Hey LNW, how are you today? Audio on, everything look okay? Not sure, think everything's working. Hey Vern, how are you doing? I found a penny I want to get you guys' opinion on. I don't think I've ever seen a penny with this amount of die scratches on it. I mean, it is absolutely covered in scratch marks. And I don't think I've ever seen a penny like this. I mean, I know it's nothing special or nothing like that, but I thought it was kind of cool. I found this yesterday. But these scratches have got to be in the die. Let me see if I can back off a little bit. Hey Shelly. I'm trying to show a penny I found yesterday. It's not anything special really, but it was just one that was, I've never seen the amount of die scratches on a coin as this one had. Hey Emil, thank you. I'm not going to be on long, maybe about an hour. This is still the work week for me, so thought I'd do. Hey Southern Metal. Hey, I don't figure I'm taking anything away from his 58,000 subscribers, and I'll be off by the time shortly after he starts, I guess. But Southern Metal, I was looking at this penny that I found with all these die scratches on it. I don't think I've ever seen one covered in as many scratches as this penny. And it's front and back. And I think I was looking at it a little closer. There's a die crack running under Liberty, going all the way to the edge. And then it's the same way on the other side. Yeah, I'm just putting it aside as an interesting thing. Hey, Southern Metal, how did Seaweed end up last night? She was doing really well when I had to go to bed. Hey, Stephanie. Yeah, not near as much as the front, maybe. Hey, Stephanie, I was just looking at this penny I found yesterday and all the die scratches on it. I don't think I've ever seen one scratched up like this. Yeah, William. Hey, William, how you doing? Wow. Did she get the bonus for filling the board by herself? Oh, also, I got your package in. I haven't opened all the packages yet. I guess we could do that while I got everybody together. And then also, hey, Copper Owl. The book I wanted the suite that Stephanie sent me. I've been using to look at the pennies with, and then I've been waiting on my package from Southern Metal to come in, and so I've got some work to do with my album for that. So we're just going to kind of spread this out, and had a 74D DDO that night, but also I got several walkers to my album that he was able to find for me, and a Standing Liberty quarter, 1925. So I was going to go through those right quick and put those in the album while I was on too. Okay, cool. So this is a 1917, I think it's an S. Yep, 1917 S to start with. And then we've got a P 1917. That's nice, William. Stephanie was kind enough to get that for me, so I've been using it as I've been looking through these pennies. That's a 1918 P. I never realized the amount of, I mean, I knew there was a lot of errors on pennies, don't get me wrong, but just the sheer number of things you can look for. And the doubled ear, I never realized it was on so many different coins. I think that's a 1918 S. Yep, 1918 S. So 17 P and S and a 1918 P and S. And a 1920 D, 20D. I am, Shelley. I've really been enjoying it. I've no lie, I have gone through pennies every night this week. It's another S. It's a 27S. I think that may be a D. Nope, that's an S. 27S. You had a good box this week too, Copper Owl, didn't you? It's a 28. S. And this is a D, 29, a 29D. Another 29, that's an S. Hey Kayla, how are you today? Hope everybody's doing well. I had a okay day at work. Got off about 4. $34. And a 35S. Hey, Seaweed. So this is the 1917 S on reverse. They are big silver pennies. I guess my title is kind of not in line with what I'm ending up doing. But this shouldn't take long, so I forgot that I had this. It's a 1917 P, which I may have already. A 1918 S. Don't have that one. P. That, I bet you have a lot of regrets, William. I mean, if you had only known. Because I think back to the time that my grandmother, I used to spend summers out in New Mexico where she lived, and she worked at a laundromat. And you just think about the number of quarters and change that came through that place in a week's time. $20D, so that's all the 20s. Hey, Daniel. Thought I'd spend an hour. I don't want to steal all Rob's subscribers. $27. 27S. Okay, William, so question of the day. Why did they stop minting the walkers? So from 23 to 27, there aren't any dates. I never understood why they skipped those dates. I really didn't realize it, Stephanie, till I got this album and I started looking through the date ranges and I got to the 20s, and from 23 to 20, or like 24, 25, and 26, there aren't any dates for walkers. And I really didn't know why that was. Ah, okay. So the last one will be a 35S. So we made some good progress there and filled some holes. I'm disappointed in you, Southern Metal. No 38D. Mine's in mason jars. So I got 15 more to go to fill the album, and of course most of those are the really hard to find ones. So what would a toasty 21D cost, you think? Thanks again, Southern Metal, and Stephanie for the album also. Okay, So, got that excitement over. In mason jars, yeah. Back to the pennies. We're going to stay on till 7 o'clock. Yes, I did. I read that, Daniel. Why can't I have that kind of luck? I just saw the news, read the article on it just here recently. So they're not. That wouldn't be. I mean, that's all I would want is a mint mark and a good date on it. So it's possible to complete an album without spending thousands of dollars on some of those coins. That's right, Shelley. That's interesting, seaweed. I really didn't realize it till I started looking at that album and just noticed the gap. And the dirty brass. Welcome back, Kayla. You been under the weather, Kayla? So I do have halves come in, my first 2 boxes of halves. You have COVID? Oh, bless your heart. What kind of symptoms have you had, Kayla? I had it back before the vaccine. I was just really tired. I never ran a fever. We had fever checks at the plant where I worked. So every day I walked in, I had to have my temperature taken. And I worked for 3 or 4 days before I finally broke down and got tested. I felt bad taking off. I told my boss, I said, man, I don't need to go home. I said, I need to work. And he said, look, go get tested. Just follow the instructions, whatever they tell you to do. Yeah, that was the worst fatigue I think I've ever had. I felt like I was walking around with rubber boots full of wet sand. I pray nobody else gets it, Kayla. I mean, we can't, just have to do our best with it. We can't run from it, can't hide from it. Still got to make a living and get out in the world. my wife, you know, we were worried about her getting it when I was sick, but I have to take care of her, and so we just said we're going to do the best we can with it, and she never got it. And it's kind of funny because she was taking that drug that Trump was going on about, the hydrochloroquine or something like that, the malaria drug. She's been on it for an immune issue for years. And so with me having full-blown COVID and fixing her meals every day, she never got it. Which to me was amazing. I'm thankful, and she's been vaccinated since, but we know that's not, you know, the end of the story there. It's still possible to get it. So I'm determined to find one of these double ear coins. There are so many ears that have the double ear. Yeah, I kind of wondered what had happened with her too, because she was in all the streams for a while and then kind of disappeared. I'd also like to find one of those double columns. There are a lot of coins with double columns and doubling on the Lincoln Memorial there in the middle. And she lives in Europe, is that right, Daniel Williams? Austria. I'm trying to look at this 2011. There's a double die that is supposed to have extra thickness on the ERTY and visible doubled lines. And all it shows is a small notch on the bottom corner and on the right side of the T. And you really have to blow it up to be able to see it. And it's a very small notch. It doesn't show the E. She was in a lot of the streams, Stephanie, a few months ago or a year ago, and then just kind of disappeared. I'm going to take a look at Variety Vista on this and see if I can get any better pictures. I remember on Baseman's channel that she was there a lot. You're welcome, Stephanie. So the 2011 has 3 double DDO features, and with this much magnification, it's hard to tell where you're at on the coin. But one is a die crack on the forehead, which I don't think I see. I'm gonna have to say no on that, but that was a good one to look at. So if that had been the DDO in circulated condition, $7.50 to $10. Okay, I got to zoom back out again. Give me just a second. I didn't realize the 92 closed AM was worth so much money if you found one, but they're pricey. Hey there, Michael. MLZB, how you doing? Homeschooling, I can only imagine. Hey, Patrick. That's probably right, Stephanie, because you have so much trouble sleeping that you were up in those late streams a lot. We're going to go for 27 more minutes at 7 o'clock. I'm going to call it a night. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me tonight for a little bit. There's a die crack for this coin at the 92, and then there's a double die to look for, which I don't see either. Oh wow, William. Is that a recent auction price, William, for what one went for? Yeah, I saw that too, Daniel. We must be reading the same news feed. That had a funny name. I can't remember the name that they attached to that Morgan, but it had some man's name that it was associated with. Jack Lee. There's about 6 or 7 things you can find on a 96. Die class, double dies, misaligned, several. There's 3 different die classes you can look for. But none on that one. It sure has been nice seeing Pa on some of the streams this week. Doggone it, Patrick. That's something else I want to find. A no-doubter repunch mint mark. Not one that's damaged and smushed so that you can't tell what it is. I want one that I put under the scope and it pops up and you're like, there it is. That's a good find. Congrats there, Patrick. I think German Coin had a D over D that he found. I'm sorry, Stephanie, I couldn't stay in his stream longer today. I saw him on when I was at lunch and just popped in for a minute. Yeah, there were 2 or 3 pages just for the 96. $88D. It's on this one, Stephanie. I really don't know. It was owned in '88. That's what I started doing, Patrick. I mean, I've been blowing through these coins just looking for old coins or whatever. And, then have to take them back to the bank. And Stephanie sent me this book, and I thought, man, there's a lot of coin hunting you can do with pennies and then nickels, too. After I get through these 8 gallons of pennies, I can look at some nickels. I still got 2 boxes of 2021s in the car I need to try to take back. Oh, I'm not sure. The only one I ever hear that associated with as being uncommon or a find is that 1909 or 1908. William just put it up there, 1909. So we're gonna go 15 more minutes. Y'all can go raid Rob. Yeah, they all have VBD on them, I think, Stephanie, except for just a few early years. So, cause even these, this is 2020, a 2020, and it's on it too. So it's on all of them except for very few dates, I reckon. Thank you, Daniel William. Wow. Number one, would be just finding the 1909 and then to find one and it have a DDO. That would be crazy. Shelley said hi, Allison. She's got her headphones on and doing her thing. Hey, I learned something. I really didn't. I really never had really thought about that. So I just found out that there's a 1990D error that was struck on a copper planchet. Only one known, one 1990D has been found on a copper planchet, $5,640. Yep, I'm really finding it interesting, to be quite honest with you. Hey, Scratch and Go Crazy. How are you doing? We're just looking at some pennies. For a little while. of this penny, Kayla? Did I miss something? Hold on, I'll have to look. I think it was 2006. No, that was a 2000. And we were looking at a 96 that had all the errors on it that we were talking about before that one. Yeah, like hundreds of dollars for the more expensive ones. I mean, you can go one mint state and be a difference of hundreds of dollars. You're welcome. I was surprised to see how many errors there are on the 96. There's some pretty good apps. PCGS has some photo coin thingies that you can help to determine grade on coins, Stephanie. It can really, I mean, you know, maybe not be spot on, but can help you get close. 94 has a ton of arrows too. All the P, the 94P has a ton of column arrows on the back, on the reverse, and a double die reverse. Yeah, photo grade. That's what I was trying to get. Thank you, Southern Metal. This is true, I guess, Stephanie. But you know, if you're not trying to grade them to sell, you just want to grade them to know what you got, then you know, close is good enough, I would think. Try that out, Stephanie, that Southern Metal was talking about, because you just compare pictures. So you're looking at a picture of what, or you know, looking at your coin in hand and then comparing it to the pictures for the grades. So it can get you pretty close. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call that the end. I think, Stephanie, that 5X is depending on the variety that they're looking for. So if it's a no FG $half, if you can see it under 5X, then it's not a no FG. But if you can't see it with a maximum of 5X magnification, like that FG, if I magnified that 5 times and I still couldn't see it, then it would be a no FG coin. But if I could see it with 5 times magnification, then it wouldn't be. But they look at it under huge magnification to determine grade, like if it's an MS70 or something. But anyway, 7 o'clock. I appreciate you guys hanging with me for a little bit and taking a look at some coins with me. So we're going to continue looking at these pennies, and maybe we can find something cool live. That would be nice. So I may check back in later in the week. If not, for sure on Saturday at some point. So just keep the notification bell rung, and do a like, share the channel if you can. Yeah, Kayla, I hope you get feeling better. Sorry you're having to go through the COVID thing. Just take care, and I hope your family stays well also. Continue prayers for Paul and his family. Hope to see them again soon. Tony, I thank you for your help for helping me with the fills and spots in the album, and Stephanie for the book. I'm really interested, really enjoying looking at all the varieties on with that, using that book. It really adds a little extra to the hunt. So, but again, I thank y'all all for hanging with me this evening, and we will see you the next time I've got a little time to go through some pennies. Take care, and we'll see you later in the week. Bye.